Well, ladies and gentlemen, I'm officially 15, or at least I will be by the time this comes out. I really didn't know what to make this video about when I announced I'd be making a SuperSonicNinja video on my birthday, but I guess I know now. I was originally going to talk about Sonic anniversaries, but I realized two things. One, the thumbnail's ugly, and two, it's my birthday, so maybe I can just talk about me? Ground rules, there is none. This is not your typical SuperSonicNinja video, nor is any of my videos, but this is a video about the person behind the PNG. Now I'm not going to show you my face or say my name. Actually, you can know my name. Fellas, name reveal. My name is Luke. I feel like I can reveal that now since that's Blue Stripe Ninja's name in universe and he's based on me, but I'm getting a bit off point. So, I just want to show y'all who I am on the outside for once. And yeah, I just want to make this clear. If you are sensitive to a lot of like mature-ish topics, I'd recommend getting off. Or honestly, if you can take in a lot, like this might be considered an offensive video to some people, because I'm gonna tell you, the person I am on YouTube is not the same person I am in real life. So yeah, the guy you see on this channel is my inner personality. That's really the best way I can put it. I don't know how else to put it really, but this is my inner self. I'm your inside SuperSonicNinja, and I'm gonna show you my outside, but not literally. I am shy. I am really shy. That might be this whole video in a nutshell. In terms of other stuff, I'm Indian, kind of. What else? I might be autistic as far as the internet tells me, but I'm not actually willing to find out. And I also have a hard time making friends, unfortunately. Yeah, that all sounds like bad stuff, but there's good stuff about me too. Like, I'm decently smart. I think I make good videos. I don't know. Now, if you've been paying attention for even a couple seconds, you are starting to realize something. I'm nothing like I am on this channel. As I said in the intro, yeah, I'm not the same person as I am in real life, because, like, how would a shy dude with an inability to make friends be able to just be so outgoing at times on this channel? I found you, faker. And I don't know, like, I'm just a goofball who likes to yap, so it's just weird. That's really who I am on the inside. I do have a couple of close friends, but you know, I hope everyone who knows me in real life knows this. If I have the ability to yap about stupid stuff no one cares about around you, then we are way closer than you actually think. I am the definition of never meet your heroes now that I think about it, because I seem like an incredibly extroverted person on the internet. Then you meet me in real life and you'll be sorely disappointed. I don't believe I'm a bad person though. I just think my inside and outside personalities are very different, and I vastly prefer the inside. So anyway, I guess let's talk about some of my life experiences. Warning, this section of the video is almost entirely unscripted, and besides, I just wrote down a couple of points I want to talk about, so let's do this. Number one, Thomas basically raised me. Yep, going back to that Thomas side for a bit, because Thomas kind of raised me the more I think about it, because everything all the smartness I could say I have kind of comes from the show. Like, I see how Thomas used to mature throughout the seasons, and like even Percy, and as a child I would try to like recreate that in real life for myself. Like, I tried to get more mature and it kind of worked. So Thomas has just taught me a lot. I really thank my parents for getting me those DVDs rather than any other kid show, because any other kid show just throws its morals out the window, like, oh, don't do this, or do this to be a good boy. Like, that's what all the other kid shows does. But then Thomas just integrates these things into my mind. It's kind of magical, really. Not that type of magical. Don't bring up Magic Railroad. But it's just magic, honestly. Thomas, thank you so much. You're my boy. Becoming a Sonic fan is a story I've told so many times, and I watched Frozen 2. I got out of theater, saw a Sonic poster, watched the movie like a year and a half later. Bought Sonic Colors Ultimate because I was interested in. Boom, that was the story. I feel like I should bring that up because if we're talking about canon events in the Luke timeline, I guess that's one of them. Meeting fellow introverts is a strange experience. I have two in particular I wanted to meet. I have this one guy in my school. He's like another Sonic fan, but more for the EXC stuff, which I've never really been into. So I kind of tried to talk to him once, and we were both incredibly introverted, and you can imagine how that went. But honestly, he's a chill guy. I'm fine with him. Now, I have a cybersecurity class, and one of my classmates is or at least I thought he was an introvert, but turns out he's just a jerk. So I meet this guy, and I'm like, another introvert. Now, what was my mind thinking? Must be so broken inside. Must just want a friend like me, kinda. So, yeah, I hope y'all know there's a difference between a quiet kid and a shy kid. I run into the shy kid category. It's like EXC guy runs into the shy guy category. This is a quiet kid. This is no shy guy right here. So I approach him and I'm like, hey, I'm Luke. What's your name? And he was like, don't talk to me. He basically said that. He actually told me his name and then said that. So I'm like, you okay, pal? And I'm like, what am I telling you? Why are you talking to me? And I'm like, and then he just like kind of shut me up and just like, he very clearly can talk. And I'm like, dude, I'm trying to be your friend. I'm like, I don't need friends. They hold you back. Like he was Shadow the Hedgehog or something. Like, Jesus. I'm sorry. If you have the ability to talk, why wouldn't you do so? That's always something that plagued my mind. Like, you have the ability to speak freely, and you don't do it. I wish I had that ability. Luckily, most people I know who have that ability, aka everyone, uses that to their full advantage, but I just never could do that, and now I see some guy who's just like, oh, I don't need to talk because I'm super cool and edgy. Like, no, you're not cool. You're not cool. You're gonna regret this type of stuff in life eventually. Yeah. Honestly, what I'm gonna say is, though, just don't judge a book by its cover, because you're either correct and you're running into a quiet kid, or you're running into someone like me who does not know how to talk. Do not judge a book by its cover, because there are some broken, insane people like me. And then there are Mr. I don't want to say your name. Let's call you Pork Face, because you genuinely look one. Okay, I'm getting too far. But I don't like that guy. He just plagues my existence. He is the reason why us quieter kids have a bad rap. I hope everyone extrovert watching this can realize that us quiet kids are not holding guns, except for some of them. But some of us just don't know how to talk. Just remember that. I can say that stuff here, and I am so grateful I have a place where I can express my thoughts like this. Freaking out in crowds is another thing I do. I only discovered it recently. One time I was on like a road trip with some cousins because one of our grandparents or something had an anniversary. I don't entirely remember. And I was dragged into a crowd. Now, I never knew I had a crowd fear. This only happened about last year, and I freaked out. I didn't know I was afraid of crowds. I've never been afraid of crowds before. But, like, looking at the era, area. This is like the most condensed place I've ever been, and I never felt claustrophobic, and I just ran into people here or there, and I started freaking out. I didn't know what to do. I kind of panicked. And, oh my god, I can genuinely remember this experience like it was yesterday. Why did I freak out that bad? Like, it was a crowd, what were they gonna do? Why was my brain going like, they're gonna kill me, they're gonna kill me, they're gonna kill me? It was so stupid in hindsight, but it made sense. Oh my god. And then, I don't know, like, it probably didn't look that bad from everyone else's perspective. It looked more like this. Sounding out? Yeah? So, yeah, that was an experience, to say the least. Oh, girl problems. This is a good one. I have had a couple crushes in my life, and if you have been paying attention to the video so far, I am incredibly introverted, so how does this cycle work? Yeah, it's a cycle. I have a crush on a girl, think about her way too often, and then realize I've not spoken to her in my entire life, and I'm going absolutely nowhere with this, and then restarts the cycle. So, it's just funny to me at this point, but I also had this one crush who I've had since
the second at 11:59 exactly, and I kind of lost feelings for her like last week or the week before that. Not that
anyone's counting, but like, damn, when you have a crush for that long, it really changes your experiences. Not that anyone's counting. Okay, COVID. COVID is my last point here, and COVID changed me as a person. So, who was I in 2019? I was a dumb little kid. That was my entire personality. I am a dumb little kid. I watch Ninjago obsessively. I am just slightly kind of rude to everybody. And I just don't know how to live. I'm not rude to everybody, but I don't know. I was just not a very good person. And then 2020 hit, and I was still not a good person. The change happened in 2021, because in 21, it's when I got into Sonic, got back into Thomas, which are two almost entirely unrelated events. But then I realized, why am I acting like a teenager this early? Because, yeah, I told you guys I'm 15 now, but I guess I was like 11 at the time. Like, why am I already acting like a jerkish teenager? Like, I should not be acting like this. So I just kind of got into Sonic and Thomas saved my life, man. Like, dude, I started watching some of the episodes again. I'm like, this is who I was back then. I was actually trying to mature. I wasn't trying to just be a dumb little self-deprecating little craphead. I was something else. I was a good person, or at least I'd like to believe I was. So I kind of converted back into that these last couple of years, and that's definitely worked out for me, honestly. Yeah, return to childhood, just always act young, because I promise you, being an edgy teenager is just not the way. That's the end of these points, so I think we'll move on. I started YouTube in the summer of 2023. When I started, it was tough. I started Blue Ninja GT, and it was a fine channel. It was never going anywhere, unfortunately, and my parents really did not like the fact I was on the internet for the longest time. At a point, I was ready to just quit, and luckily, Go Airplane and Impact were sitting next to me as I was talking about these things, and they talked me out of it. Kind of hilarious now, considering they both quit, but something happened. I got a community. That changed me forever. Like, it was a small community, yes, but it felt more like a small friend group, and that kind of just changed me, because now I had, like, people who I could just be myself with, and that changed my life. It really did. Anyone who's even subscribed, you guys all changed my life. You changed my life. I put out some polls a few days ago asking if you guys even wanted to know about the outside version of me, and you excessively said yes. That's crazy to me. I even warned you might not even like me anymore after doing that, but y'all just wanted to know, and I deeply appreciate that. I could have talked about Sonic Anniversaries with a stupid thumbnail, but now I just get to show all sides of myself. I'm not that extroverted hedgehog that you all see, but I'm just a little shy imbecile in real life, just doing what I am. I don't know, but y'all don't know how much I appreciate you. I hope y'all like the video, and I hope you still like me. I'll see you in the next video. See ya.
Come with the fuse, he's a rocket and he's ready to go. Cause now the countdown started and he's ready to blow. He's got the dope sounds bumping in a stereo. Kicking ass fast, put it on a show. Come on and get yourself together, there's no time to rest. And if you put the time in, he'll put you to the test. He's like a running man in his world, war is lesson. If you wanna test him best, bring your best. You can't stop now, lock and load. Don't stop now, come on and rock and roll. In this world